My name is Lubalengo Sili Sangube and I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm a third year student here at the African Leadership College. So I've been in Mauritius for about 3 years now, and the reason why I chose Mauritius is because, well, I applied for a scholarship and I applied to come study here at the African Leadership College, which happened to be in Mauritius. Now, coming from a landlocked country, my first impression of Mauritius was pretty scary. I'll tell you why. So I was in the plane and we're just approaching the island, and the pilot's like, okay, look outside, there's a beautiful view of the island. So the first thing I see is just a body of water. I'm thinking, oh gosh, if something happens to this plane, I'm done because I can't swim. And literally, I've never been surrounded by so much water before. In Zimbabwe, there's literally no beaches. And if you do have any pools and stuff, that's literally maybe like an aquarium, a man-made aquarium and things like that. So that was my first impression of Mauritius. So yeah, I've been here for about 3 years, like I've said. So far, my favorite food is definitely a panini. Now, it only clicked about last year when I went back home for the holidays that we have a panini. But I'm not as adventurous when I'm at home because I stick to mostly the staple food at home, which is our sadza. So I really love the panini here and I love the beach vibes, which is why I think Flick and Flack is my favorite place. So I'm a student. I travel a lot here and there. I don't remember some of the names, but I know Flick and Flack has been one of the best places I've been to. We also have a lot of our college parties there from other universities, so I think, yeah, it's one of the cool places to visit, definitely, if you come here, especially as a student.
I've been in Mauritius for a year now, and I chose to come here because of the African Leadership College, the bold vision it has for Africa, but also just the diversity of people on that campus, right? My first impressions of Mauritius. When I was coming to Mauritius, I met a Mauritian guy at the airport, right? And I remember him telling me that we should stay in touch while I'm gonna be in Mauritius. And he reached out a month later, right, inviting me to a wedding anniversary at his place, right? And I went in not really knowing what I was jumping into, which is a bit crazy, right? But then I met his whole family, right? So one of my first impressions has really been the sense of family and the sense of community, right, in Mauritius. And I think it's something the whole world can learn from. What places have I been to? I've been to the south. I've been to Blue Bay, right? I've also been to Black River Gorges, which was really nice. I lived in the north as well, Gombe, Peribere, but my favorite place was definitely Blue Bay because I love beaches. I grew up next to a beach in Senegal. So yeah, it was. I think Blue Bay, just the beauty of the place and the vibe over there really resonated with me. I remember going on those glass bottom boats and really enjoyed just seeing the beauty of the sea and everything over there.
My name is Daniel Chinga. I come from Zambia, a social science major student at the African Leadership College. My first impression of Mauritius was that it was humid and hot, and that was the culture shock that I received when I landed at the airport. But over the number of years, I've gotten used to the humid, especially that there is the beach and you're able to cool yourself, able to have some fun, you're able to do so many activities at the beach. Go during the Holy Festival, you can go and splash yourself with color and also go and dive into the ocean. Something that I like most about Mauritius is its people. I hang around a lot of locals and for me, they are welcoming. Been able to be invited to several people's houses, even strangers that I did not know. I just met them for the very first time. They'll be like, "We like you. Can you come to our house parties?" and so on and so forth. And that has happened on a number of times. So that's definitely something that I like about Mauritius, the welcoming people.
So my first impression of Mauritius is actually really kind of funny. So it's when we were landing in Mauritius, so it's almost the same thing as Luba said. So the pilot was like, "Okay guys, look out through the window." So I looked out through the window and what I saw was like a farm-ish thing, and I didn't see any water or even buildings, and it was coming from Ethiopia, our airport is actually found in the city center. So when you look out the window, you see buildings, great structures, people, cars, and lights, and there was nothing, and it was really frustrating. Then as I got out of the plane and we were driving to the north, so I was looking for a city. There's nothing at all, and I'm like, what the hell? Because the mistake comes from, so I was googling Mauritius, and the pictures that I was getting was apparently Bangkok. So I was actually imagining tall ass buildings and everything. So so we saw a small city, then we passed, and I asked the driver, so where's the city? Oh, it's the one that we passed. Like, okay, so we moved and we went to the south in the middle of the sugar canes. So a lot of things, I like a lot of things about Mauritius, but first thing is diversity coming from Ethiopia, where we have almost all religions, different 80 languages, 90 different group of nations, and here same thing applies in Mauritius. We have different people. We have Franco-Mauritians, we have the Hindu people, we have Catholics, we have Muslims, and each different types of people living together under the same roof, even intermarrying each other, and which is one of the best things that you can see in this world. And also, besides that, what I like about Mauritius is that the people know how to have fun, so which is a really good thing, especially Monday to Thursday you stress on work or study, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday you know how to chill.
Okay, so the thing I love most about Mauritius is definitely the beaches. Like how I've mentioned before that I'm from a landlocked country. So being able to go out to the beach, study there in a calm, serene space is something that I really enjoy here. So yeah. So an activity I would recommend would be tubing. I did it once. I'm gonna do it again, student budget, guys. So yeah, I definitely say tubing. My friends have gone parasailing. They say it's absolutely awesome, and I'm afraid of heights, so I don't know if I'll be doing that. But that's definitely something I'd love to do. So yeah.
If you're into street food, I would definitely recommend street food. There's this fruit cocktail that they make. They mix pineapples, mangoes, and they add this wonderful sauce called tamarind sauce, and they add chilies. A combination of that gets your taste buds dancing. Definitely, I would recommend that. An activity that I would recommend will sound so cliche, but I would say go on a road trip. You can go on a road trip to the south. You can visit Grigri, like I said earlier on. You can go to Grand Basin and see the most spiritual place in Mauritius in terms of the Hindus. They are wonderful Hindu statue gods and so on. There's a wonderful lake where you can go and reflect, again, sit and also speak to the priest if you want. And as well, you can go to Rochester Falls. It's somewhere in the west, if I'm not mistaken, and it's beautiful. You can have a swim, or if you are into the adrenaline rush and so on, you can jump from the cliff into the river.